What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, the market's down a little bit today, leaving a lot of people wondering what in the world is going on, and well, I guess what should we be doing now? Well, Pepe's price is actually holding up extremely well throughout all of this movement, and so today I want to talk a little bit about what's going on, what it can mean for the rest of the market, and what we could see from Pepe going forward. So with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. And don't forget, my friends, if you do want to trade a little Bitcoin, Solana, SWI, and many more on all the way up to 500x leverage, you can use that BTCC link down below. Guys, if you specifically use my link down there, they're going to give you a 10% bonus on all first-time deposits between $500 and $100,000. This means if you deposit, say, $4,000, let's just start there, you're going to get a $400 bonus back on the spot to start trading with. So you turn that $400 into $1,000, all that profit that you just made is completely yours, no strings attached. This is literally an opportunity to make free gains during the bull market on a great platform. So if you want to go check that out, again, I will link that down below for you, and I do think that you should definitely go give it a try. So looking at Pepe here, what we can see is that, things are actually holding up pretty well. The market itself is pretty down today. If I do zoom out a bit, you can see total market cap 3 is down 4%, total 2 down 4%. We got things like XLM and XRP down 7%, ADA down 5%, but Pepe's holding up quite well, and this is actually much better of a sign than you may realize. Initially you may think, well, of course, in a red day, if one crypto is not falling so much, that's a good thing, but it goes a little bit deeper into that. And I want to really focus in today on why it's so important and why it's much deeper than that and what it can actually mean from an intrinsic perspective. Now, before we get into that, let's kind of just recap on what's been going on a little bit so you can start to see the picture that I'm trying to paint. So, as we all know, Pepe has been in what I call a macro cooldown, a macro correction, macro pullback, whatever you want to call it, right? Simply what we were tracking was Pepe's progress of seeing all of its major indicators reset to allow it to break out to the upside and continue this journey up to what we're hoping to be the 3 level, the 4 level, the 5 level. Now, what happened over the last couple of weeks was, of course, that we put in the descending channel. We broke out of the descending channel. We back tested it. We hit the 3-step verification, step 1, step 2, step 3, and used this breakout of this descending channel to start working our way all the way back up to this new yearly high. So things have been going very, very well with Pepe. But over the last few videos, I told you, hey, listen, as we are now seeing this bad boy break above this green box, this old pesky green box that we've been staring at for the last week or so, we need to watch it very closely, because if Pepe can perform well above this green box, if we can hold this green box, if we can flip this into a support liquidity zone, we might be in a spot to where Pepe not only pushes upwards, but it starts pushing upwards somewhat rather fast. And so today what we are seeing is giving us a lot of signals and answering a lot of those questions that we had into what would happen with Pepe now that it's above the green box, and that's kind of what I want to focus in on. And so now that you understand a good bit about what's been going on, now let's kind of focus in on what's happening right now and what this means for what we kind of could be expecting next. Now I will warn you, some of the things that we're going to go into are going to be a little bit complicated. So if you are somebody who's just rather new to this crypto space and you're just trying to get better at all this crypto stuff, or maybe you're on the other side of the spectrum, you're an advanced trader or technical analyst, but you are trying to add more tools to your toolbox, all that I ask specifically from you watching this video is that you just stick around until the end. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going on with the Discord server, where we're releasing so much stuff, guys, insights, courses, classes, live streams, workshops, all types of stuff that are it's literally generating our community even on days like today, red days, hundreds of percentages in gains. So if you want to be somebody who is taking your game just to the next level, no matter whether you're beginner or advanced, as I mentioned before, all that I ask from you specifically is that you just stick around until the end of the video. So as I mentioned before, right, that's what we have from Pepe, but now let's talk a little bit more about what's coming next up. So looking at Pepe, what we can see here is today its prices, again, it's holding up well. It's doing a good job. And that's about all that we can ask from it, right? Because you have to understand, like, in a day in which the market falls, and we're talking Bitcoin's down, ETH is down, Solana's down, etc., you're going to see meme coins fall, right? You're going to see your Pepes, your Shibs, your Doges, they're going to fall. It's just what's going to happen. But the question then becomes, how much do they fall? Because if they don't fall too much, and if we start getting bullish signals, it's a good sign that when the market does start to be more in a favorable direction, or head more in a favorable direction, we'll see Pepe and all these other ones perform well. Well, if we do zoom into the 4-hour charts, let's go further. Let's go to the hourly charts. What we can see is that Pepe Pepe is holding up very, very, very well. As you guys know, the green box, that pesky old green box, was a major point of resistance. It was a point that has held the price down for weeks and weeks and weeks, forcing it down there, forcing it down there, forcing it down there. But now that we've broken above it, you can start to see what's happened. Now that previous point of resistance is being flipped into a point of support. We've seen Pepe's price come down to it not only once, but twice, but 3 times now, holding up support every single time, right here, and right here. Now, does this guarantee that we're going to be able to see it, stay above here? Am I saying that it's not going to fall back down into the bottom side of the green box? No, I'm not saying that at all. It definitely might, but that's not the point. The whole point is that, look, this pullback's not going to last forever. I still do believe that we're in a bull market. I think that we're going to see this market push upwards at some point. And if that is the case, the whole game here is to not try to buy it at the exact bottom. It's to try to pick up a little bit of Pepe and buy a little bit of Pepe in each one of these support levels up until the point in which we do see that support level eventually hold and then the move continue. And what I mean by that is when you have a moment like this where Pepe's price is down but it's holding up, it's not a bad idea to maybe scoop up a little Pepe, buy a little Pepe. I mean, shoot, I can go back in the Discord server and I went on a little bit of a shopping spree today and I bought a little bit of Pepe. Where is that price at? Let's see. Yeah, the Pepe bulls are stepping in with 4th at that macro fib zone. Seems like there's an okay chance at holding support, so I'm going to buy a little bit. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And if the price does hold up here and continue, great. I mean, fantastic. That was a great purchase. But let's say hypothetically it starts to come back to the downside. Is that the end of the world? No, it's not the end of the world, because the bulls stepped in here, they stepped in here, they stepped in here. They're going to likely step in here. And I'm under the belief that one of these levels is going to hold a support and allow Pepe's price to continue upwards. And so because of what we are seeing today and the fact that Pepe is holding up well, especially in comparison to the rest of the market, this isn't something I'm even remotely stressed out about. I think that this is a great sign, and our indicators are giving me even more bullish conviction. I mean, if we do look at something like the hourly RSI, absolutely nosedived towards the 39 level, which is the lowest that it's been since this move right before we saw this beautiful push in the breakout. Prior to that, the only time we were that low recently was back down here on this macro back test. Look, just right here before we pushed upwards. And again, like I mentioned before, time after that right here. The last times Pepe's price has gotten towards these levels, we were getting either at the bottom or very close to the bottom. So to me, why would I be stressed out knowing that we're holding up support well, knowing Pepe's performing well, and that our indicators are resetting? I mean, you look at the 4-hour RSI, we're seeing what's called bullish divergence starting to play out already. And what that looks like is, of course, the fact that we have not put in the lower low here on the price. We're actually still at a higher low, but the RSI has set a macro lower low already. I mean, from where we were right here, right, all the way down, we've seen Pepe's RSI correct 17%. Whereas the price isn't even set to lower low. So in a situation like this, again, I'm not very stressed out. Yeah, obviously the market being down today is not fun, but it's not something that I'm stressed out about. And sure, Pepe's price may continue lower. We may end up seeing support get lost, and we end up towards the bottom side of this zone. But I'm so confident that the bulls are going to start stepping in as we hit some of these lower levels if we get there, that I'm not even remotely concerned. I would just simply start buying some Pepe. And so because of that, I wanted you all to understand that. I know it feels a little bit stressful, but quite frankly, it's not that bad, and I'm a little bit surprised, honestly, that Pepe is holding up this well. So I'm going to continue to update you as it all does play out, but I want to just kind of ease your mind a little bit. And sure, maybe I might be wrong, and Pepe is just going to drop 80% out of nowhere. I just don't see that happening, and I'm only going to be able to give you guys my honest thoughts about what I'm saying. So this is where I'm at. These are my feelings, and as it does play out, and as we do get more price clarity, I'll continue to update you and let you know what the next setups are and much more. But right now, I'm not doing really any buying or anything, or any big buying or big selling or big moves. I'm just kind of sitting back, letting this play out. Did a little bit of a purchase, and I'm just going to let the rest ride. And so with that in mind, of course, you guys know I like to update you every single day on what's going on with Pepe, so we're going to continue to do that as often as we can, especially while the price are getting crazy like this. Now, as I mentioned before, if you are somebody who is trying to just get better at this whole crypto thing, all that I want you to do is check out that Discord server down below. Now, in order to access the Discord server, you're going to need to go through Patreon, and guys, it is the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper, either $17 a month or $5 a month. And when you do pay one of those, you're going to get access to things like Insights with Tyler, which comes with my thoughts and insights and guidance about things, just some updates, some of the things that I'm buying and selling here and there, some of the changes I'm making to my portfolio, and feel free to pause at any point and read some of this stuff we post in there. You're going to get daily technical analysis on all of your favorite cryptos. You're going to get daily fundamental analysis on the broad market itself. I've hired 2 teams of professional traders who are giving you their buy and sell signals every single day that they're trading. And remember, these are professional trade teams, meaning that they eat if they trade good. Their livelihood is based on if they trade good, and they're giving you their buy and sell signals for you to learn from and use every single day. Today is the very first day of course, Crypto Vault Live, in which we are going to see Crypto Moses give you a 30-minute exclusive show talking about the market and what's happening, and this will be happening every single day, Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. There are premium classes on things like the Fibonacci's, the Bollinger Bands, bull market investing, live workshops with coaches. There's beginners courses on things like leverage trading, on things like technical analysis. Guys, these are 30-minute long courses with 20-page presentations and cheat sheets and vocabulary sheets and all types of stuff to help you take your game to the next level. There's tips with Tyler, in which these are just random little 2 to 3 minute long videos going over just random stuff that you guys ask me a lot of questions about. And then there's community gainers, which is where, of course, their absolutely fantastic community is posting gain after gain after gain. And that's because, guys, we are teaching value. We're giving real value, not this whole BS value you get in other places. Real value. The community is using this value to turn it into lessons and strategies, and using those strategies to implement it into their own investing journey. And that is generating gain after gain after gain. These are hundreds of percentages and gains every single day. So if you want to be somebody who is taking just that next step in this whole world of crypto, it is the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper, and you can get it through the Patreon link down below. So head down there, go check it out, and please don't forget, I post 4, 5, 6, 7 sometimes videos here on the channel every single day. So if you do want to be a part of the journey, all that I ask, just smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and tune into the next video in a few hours because we got a bunch more coming today. So stay tuned for those, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.